Hello, I'm Jake Truemper and welcome back to the quest for the greatest YouTuber ever. If the audio for this is awful, I'm gonna be honest, I already shot this entire video and the audio was so bad with the other mic, I went and found a lapel and I was like, you know what, we're gonna do it with a lapel. So just know if the audio sucks now, editing Jake will let you know.
Yikes.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully it all turned out well because I'm not climbing this tree again and risking my life again. We're moving on to a next tree next time because this one's way too high and I have recently discovered a slight fear of heights. I know it seems weird to be in a tree to review a YouTuber, but this just seems like a natural place to be. I feel like this is a calm, nice area, except for the fear of death constantly. So for this quest, we're looking at a interesting YouTube community. Something awesome about YouTube is all the communities it has. Some of them are just god-awful communities that no one should ever be a part of and you should avoid at all costs. But other communities are some of the coolest things you'll ever see. And that's what makes YouTube such a special place. The community I'm gonna be talking about today is something called the Lego community. You may not think that the Lego community is huge, but you look at other accounts like James Bricks and it's over 1 million subscribers. Hundreds of thousands of views for every video. That's astonishing. You know your community's doing well if you can consistently get a good amount of views and a solid amount of subscribers. The first YouTuber I ever watched doing this was a guy named Just Too Good. Just Too Good does absolutely amazing work and I feel like I wouldn't be giving him or this community justice without mentioning him while we're here. But he's not the YouTuber I'm going to be discussing. The YouTuber I'm going to be discussing I found actually thanks to Just Too Good. The YouTuber we're looking at today is Mandrproeductions, otherwise known as Ryan. The reason I'm talking about Mandrproeductions is when you have a community as big as the Lego community or any large community, you need someone to put it into check. Otherwise it becomes very meh. Because for as many great Lego YouTubers there are, there's a lot of more sketch ones. And you're gonna find that in any community. Drama community, the commentary community, the skit community, just any community is going to have someone that needs to be put into check. And that's why I think Ryan's interesting. I'd say he is almost the equivalent of a content cop. Now I know what you're going to say. Jake, how could you compare someone in the Lego community to iDubbbz? It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. You're an idiot. Fall out of that tree. Well, give me a second, okay? I'll fall out of the tree later, but let me explain this to you. He does some of the most intense research, and when you're dealing with a community that deals with a product targeted more towards kids, you need to keep in check because otherwise you get a Jake Paul situation where you might be trying to more manipulate children. I'm not saying Jake Paul manipulates children, I'm just saying he tries to sell his merch a lot, and that's a little sketch, and I'm glad there's people who put him into check. But when you've got the Lego community, I feel like sometimes it kind of flies under the radar of other large communities. So you need someone to keep them in check and make sure they're not doing sketchy things, like buying a bunch of Lego from the store so people can't buy them and then selling it on their Bricklink for much more. That's sketchy. That needs to be put into check. Like you're taking advantage of children and someone needs to call you out for it. And it was awesome to see someone do good in this community and call out people who were doing more sketch things. Now my head might be out of frame, but just know I'm really high up for point two. Point two is I'm a huge fan of more Star Wars Lego, and someone who does a great job of covering it is Mandrproeductions. Ryan covers almost every single Star Wars Lego set you're gonna see, and he does live builds of them. Plenty of YouTubers do that as well. His live builds are fun because you never know what's gonna happen. He's someone who kind of shoots from the hip a lot as well. If someone's being super obnoxious in his chat, he'll call it out. He won't be the guy who's like, oh, I didn't see it. He'll be like, bro, if you're gonna send that 30 times and I haven't mentioned it, stop talking about it, which is kind of cool to see. It's a real person. And I'm not saying like he's not nice to kids or nice to his audience. He's just real. And I think that's something that people should be with their audience, is real. Show that you still appreciate their support, but also be real with them. For point three now, as we get there, is he doesn't just focus on Lego. He streams on his Twitch, he streams on other stuff. He incorporates other stuff he loves. He loves football, he's a Patriots fan. I'm sorry about that, Ryan. Still incorporates that into everything he makes. He incorporates his Twitch streaming as in like sometimes he'll play Fortnite, sometimes he'll play other video games, which is just something interesting. I think all the stuff he does appeals to the younger demographic. He knows who his demographic is, but he doesn't take advantage of it. He's a good quality YouTuber who, if you do have a younger brother, younger sister, younger kid who is into either like Fortnite, Lego, just like general stuff kids are into, he's the perfect YouTuber to watch because you know there's always going to be great content, and he even does appeal to an older audience. And he's a normal guy too. Sometimes I get worried that there might be like some weirdos, and I mean sometimes there are. I feel like I can't be saying much. I'm again in a tree reviewing this guy, but you know that's unimportant. Overall, you know you can trust this guy. He's fun, entertaining, a great YouTuber, especially in this community. So again, if you're looking for something entertaining in that sense, he's the guy to go to. Mandrproeductions, check him out. thank you for joining me on this quest for the greatest YouTuber ever. I look forward to doing more movie reviews. Any quest? Most quests, not any, but most of them gonna be in a tree. So tune in every video to see if I fall out of a tree. Because I mean, if I fall out of a tree and die, I am telling my camera guy to post it. Seth, give a thumbs up for the camera so they can see it. Don't worry, Seth has no soul and will post it. So we're set. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Love you lots. Subscribe to Mandrproeductions and Just Too Good and Jane Britt. If you're looking for a Lego community, they're the ones to go to. Okay, thanks for watching. Till next time.